Welcome to the right renovation. Keep motivated and stay on board. Okay, it's glossing time. What I meant to tell you was, these are really good, you know, for like the top of the skirtings. These round brushes are fantastic for that, for dipping in, and you can get a nice straight line along them because of obviously the profile of the brush. So I'm going to paint everything with this, and they're good for getting in the grooves on the corners, stuff like that. They don't overload too much, so invest. These are from Fortress. I quite like the Fortress stuff. I've been using that quite a bit now. I've just bought some stain block. Just noticed on my door, if you look, there's some like oil spots, and they will not paint over. I don't know where they've come from, but they will not paint over because I've sanded this door to death. If you ever get a stain on the ceiling like a watermark or on your walls that just won't paint over, it's the spray. Just lightly spray it over, leave it, it dries dead quick, 10-15 minutes, do another little coat until it's gone, and then paint over it, and it'll never come back again. So nice little tip there. I'm gonna paint, I reckon, an hour or so doing all this gloss. I'm hoping to get away with one coat. We'll see what it looks like. I put 2 on that other door there, but I only put 1 coat of undercoat on. So we'll see. It's always a learning curve, always a learning curve. Just learn by what you're doing. Let's get painting. One coat of gloss on. Remember them awful joins we had? You can just about see that we have joined it. So I'm happy with that, it's a success. Same this, a slight deviation, but that's what we were working with. But don't that look so much better. The doors, you know, I'm thinking they're gonna need 1 more coat. You know, for them to just have that depth of brilliant white. They look good now. Obviously they're not dry. Remember how bad they were? They were really bad. We made another couple of good doors with the silver handles on, the catches in. They're gonna look good. Thought I got some valves for that, but I don't seem to have. I left all my plumbing stuff at my son's because he was helping doing his bathroom. I might have to just drain the system down for now, just so I can get the radiator back on. I'll spray the radiator. That'll take all of 15-20 minutes. It's already clean. I've got my spray paint for it. I've filled with all the horrible holes. Well, there's about 5 holes all the way for both brackets that were all no good. All the raw plugs were hanging out. Obviously you can't see them now. And we're not far off, folks. We're not far off. So I've achieved again today my goal, which is always a motivator. All I can say is keep motivated to stay on board. Just keep that motivation going. Plan your goal for the day and try and achieve it best you can. You'll sleep well and you'll be ready for the next morning. See you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Weekend to come, weekend of rest. You gotta look forward to your weekends. If it's your first time around here, please hit that subscribe button and the like button, and welcome to Wright's Renovations. Please follow me on my journey through buying a house to a full renovation of every room and then probably selling it. Today, if you remember from yesterday, is radiator day. There it is. I've given it a good clean, sanded it with some very fine sandpaper. Some 240 grit, just give it a bit of sand where the marks are on it, because it's had plenty of scuffs like most of the house. We're going to use some spray paint that I got. We'll see how it works, and I've cleaned it down. I'm just letting it settle a minute, because here's a little tip for you, for all you people out there. Never ever buy household cleaners. They're absolutely overpriced, and this does the job just as good. Okay, I bought just a spray bottle, 1 litre spray bottle, and I buy 10 litres of vinegar, white vinegar, off Amazon. It's about £9 for 10 litres. It's nothing. Delivered to your door next day. I fill it up to about there. I fill it up to there with disinfectant, and then I have a nice squirt of washing up liquid in it. So you're getting your white vinegar, which is great for removing grime, any sort of sludge, anything. You've got your disinfectant that kills all your bacteria, and then you've got your washing up liquid just for a top-up measure to help clean stuff. And I tell you something, this works as well as anything. Clean your worktops with it, your sinks, any household thing you want to get rid of, this will do it. It's not a powerful cleaner, but it does what you need it to do. And it's safe for everything. It won't harm anything, it won't make colours run if you're doing it on fabrics or anything like that. I've sprayed all this down and just letting it set, because I know it's going to fetch all my grime off. So if you spray on anything that's slightly greasy, it's just going to bubble the paint. In fact, I'll give that another little spray. Obviously you can smell the vinegar and you can smell the disinfectant, so you get a nice smell. It's more disinfectant kind of smell. I just buy the Fabulosa from Home Bargains. It's about £1 for a, I don't know, 500ml bottle. It does the job. Let's get on with it. Okay, this is the stuff we're going to use. I think it was off Amazon. I can't remember how much it was. It was £7 or £8. So I don't know how far it'll go, but we'll give it a go. As you can see, I've just taped up the chrome bits just so we don't get paint all over them. The little touches make all the difference. So let's get on with it. Just about to run out. What do you think? Looks like new. Cost about a tenner to put that right. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I think that's a little good hang on the wall. I'm going to let that dry off so it goes nice and hard because I'm going to be handling it to put it back on. I don't want to scuff it or mark it, so we'll leave it for half an hour to now. I think I'm just going to nip screw fix. I need to get some drawer runners for me drawer that goes in my divan bed. They're knackered. So I'm going to fetch that, let this go off, and then we'll get it on. Okay, there she is. She's all dry and looking pretty good. Quite impressed with that. Looks like a new radiator. Do you agree? Not bad at all. Yeah, I've just been screw fixed to pick up some new drawer runners. Look, that one is battered. But they're ever so cheap. I couldn't believe how cheap they were. You get that and the 1 foot inside. So you get four runners for £3.40 something, 450ml. You just measure them and it's an easy fix really, because that obviously doesn't go in the drawer. You have to ram it in and it's no good. So okay, I've drained the water out of that. That valve doesn't work, like I said, it's switched off, which means water shouldn't come out. But when I switched that off, switched that one off, and then went to turn the water back on, it blasted out of here, kind of flooded the floor. So that valve obviously isn't shutting off. So all I've done is I've took off these stop ends I had slowly and just let it all drip in. And what happens is the pressure on your boiler, if you're familiar with having to top the pressure up on your boiler, that's what it is. If you let enough water out, the pressure will drop in the boiler where it stops pushing water around the system. So it's actually stopped now. So there won't that much come out, to be fair. So it shows you how much, you only need to release about a pint of water for the pressure to go down. So that's one way around it, so it's good in that way. Drop the radiator on my DeWalt box. I might put the 2 pump up pillows underneath, just so I can get it perfectly the right height to drop the valves on either side, or get it in that position. Then I can just go over the back and mark how high this is, and that's where my bracket will need to be. We'll do some measurements on that. Put the mark on the wall there. That was just a random mark to tell me whereabouts. Put my spirit level on all the way across, so it meets the middle of this bracket to there. Put my spirit level across, and that's the mark. That means the radiator should go on. Level. So you want it level, because nothing worse than a not level radiator. I'm going to put the brackets in place. Now that is to the top of the bracket I've measured, so I know exactly where it needs to go. So I know it will go like that on the mark, like that. So I'm going to mark up the brackets, bang some 8mm in. I'm going to use bigger raw plugs and screws this time. Bang some 8mm screws in because it's heavy. Get them nice and level going down as well, and then they should drop on nice. Okay, so I've drilled the 4 holes Could have just drilled the top two, to be honest. Drop the top screw in there. And obviously another way of making sure you get it bang on level is just to drop your spirit level on the top. So we know that's going to go on level, as long as I've got my gaps right for my valves to fit in. So I suppose you could just do the top two, because I put the second two in the little holes there, which secures any movement. But I suppose if I'd have got that wrong, them holes would have been in the wrong place. So drill your top two first, get it level, then you can mark up these, drop them in, because you've got adjustment on the top ones, you see. Remember with these brackets as well, you can have two different heights away from the wall. So there's that height and the long height. When I took these off, I always take a picture just so I remember. Just take a picture to see which way these were sticking out, so it marries up with your pipes. Okay, when you're putting them back on, remember these sit in the grooves like that, and that's for your radiator brackets to go in, so they're on plastic, not on metal, because it stops your radiators rattling, and also when they heat up, it stops them like ticking, because it moves against the metal and what have you. So make sure you have them sleeves in, ready for when it goes on. Okay, it's lifted on, looks good. They marry up, just slightly turn them on, they're not tight yet. Good job done. So I'm going to tighten them up, repressurise the system. What we have to do is tighten them up, open them up, then we have to pressurise the system and come and open the bleed screw, because obviously that will let the air out for the water to come in. I'll probably go pressurise the system first, come up here, open the valves, open the bleed screw, and hopefully there'll be enough pressure in it. If not, shut the bleed screw off down, go down, repressure the boiler, come back up, undo the bleed screw till water comes out, then check for leaks. Fingers crossed. Plumbing up to now has been really good. In the bathroom we never had any leaks, did we? Hopefully we won't get one here. Let's see. Okay, as you can see, boiler's flashing because we've let the pressure out, and you can see the dial there is showing 0. This is a pretty, I'm no heating engineer, this is a pretty normal sort of setup for boilers. If you can see them two blue levers, they're to switch your water on to feed your pressure. So if we undo that one, like so, and then undo that one. Sorry, that one's already on. Okay, so it's a case of turning until the water comes in. You watch your dial. Yeah, I must have left one of these already open. Doesn't really matter, switch both of them off. So if you can see the green area, if you're not familiar with these, where the one is, you see a green area there. You want to, I think, be looking for the needle to hit just above the one. Something don't seem right there. Let me go and check. If it doesn't go up pretty much straight away, it means you've got a leak somewhere. Can't see anything. I was panicking because last time, obviously, when I did this and I had that radiator off, it blasted water out there. Let's go down and check again. Something 100% is not right there, because that has gone all the way down to 0 again. It's holding 0 pressure. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Perhaps I ought to read the book, really. The only other thing I think, I know what it is. Yeah, there you go. Hold on. There you go. I left that undone. So the water pressure was coming up and coming out there. Luckily, I sussed it. We've only got a bit of water there. So that radiator is actually now full of water. It's a learning curve, people, a learning curve. I keep telling you that. And there we go. Good little bit of an educational video, that. Not that I messed up at all. Not really. Okay, so we'll set it about there. Don't think you can go far wrong. I think between the 1 and 2 in the green area. Obviously, if you go up here into the red, you're really pushing the pressure on the system, I'm assuming. Stick to the green area. Right, let's go up, turn the valves on the radiator and see if we've got any leaks. Okay, so we're on. Radiator's full. No leaks. I sanded them brackets down. Didn't really need to, because you never miss see them, but I know it's there. And you'll find when you're doing renovations, you'll think to yourself, I know what that looks like behind there, and you will do daft things like that. I was even considering spraying them, and then I thought, come on, Chris, it's Friday afternoon, I ain't got time for that. I pretty much achieved my goals. I did say I've glossed all these again this morning when I first got up. I've got the handles on. They look nice. I like the chrome ones. And as you can hear, they all fit in lovely. Nice little click when they go in. New latches on, new side latches. All the skirtings have had another coat. I'm going to grey carpet down. It's just the lad who come to put my lino down did me a deal. He says, I've got this grey carpet. I can't remember what it's called now. But he says it's medium range. It is good quality. I said, well, yeah, why not? It's a cost you have to pay out. It's 1,200 quid for 3 bedrooms and for all this whole stairs and landing. That's all new underlay, all new grippers and carpets fitted. And I think that's a good deal when you shop around for carpets. And it's like I say, it's the medium range. I've checked it out. It's a half decent carpet. What I've got for the radiator is a grill that goes on the top and 2 sides. I'm just going to go and give them a clean. I'm going to give them a quick spray outside before I put my trestles away, because it's Friday afternoon and we're cracking on. And then once they're dry, I'll just slip them on. I'll show you how they go on. They slot down over that top valve and over the bottom one. The sides do. And then your top just sits on top underneath them. But I'll show you that if you've not seen it. So don't think, oh, let me just show you one thing that's a really good gadget. I saw this advertised, can't remember where I saw it, it must have been Temu. And I would say, always invest in Henry, as I call him, Henry. They're brilliant hoovers for renovation, so they will suck anything up. The bags are cheap enough to buy. You can even empty the bags and reuse them. But they're just such a reliable hoover. There's others on the market nowadays. Buy an accessory kit which comes with this adapter bar, and you can put brushes on them like that. It comes in a 5-piece kit. About 15 quid for the Henry. But I found this gadget on, I think it might have been Temu, if you see what it is. And you know, if you're drilling holes in the wall, what you do is you switch your hoover on and it's just got that little hole there. And what you do is you put it on the wall and it actually sucks to the wall. And it's got a hole, just a slit just down there, look. And that, when you're drilling, that sucks all the brick dust straight into your hoover. It's no worse than brick dust going everywhere. I've always used a hoover and just like shoved it under it while I've been drilling. But sometimes, you know, you need 2 hands on your drill. But that is a great idea. And it sucked to the wall ever so well. A bit difficult for the bottom hole because it was a bit low. But that did a brilliant job. Didn't get any brick dust come out anyway. And I think it was about 3 or 4 quid off Temu. I mean, I keep pushing Temu. It's about time they start sending me some free gear. Yeah, I wish. So I'm going to go and paint them grills, bob them on. Then I'm going to put the bedroom back together. The only thing I've got left is a windowsill. That strip here has got to go back up on there at the top. We'll just use some sealant or some Obi-Wan, stick that on because the Obi-Wan's got it on. Then we'll run a little bead of sealant down there. There's this in the window and there's nothing I can do about that. I know there is a plastic resin. I was talking to a window man and he says there's a plastic resin you can buy to try and fill this. Anybody knows, specialises in that, let me know, because I just don't know what to do with that. And it don't look great, does it? But they're big, deep grooves, as you can see. Somebody's had a little fun with a knife at some point. We are getting there. I've got that Friday feeling, you can probably tell. Kind of loafing about, ready to finish and get ready for the weekend. It's bank holiday weekend as well. So I'm off to a vintage fair up in Derbyshire, which looks really good. Well, it's like a street fair and all the shops turn into vintage shops. They're really good. The FA Cup final, not that I'm a Manc fan at all. Being from Nottingham, I'm obviously a Forest fan, don't hate me. And then there's a great boxing match on. I'm a big follower of boxing. There's a great boxing match on. Jack Catterall and Taylor fighting Saturday night up in Leeds. I'm really looking forward to that. And then Sunday, I'm going to actually have a lay-in. I'm going to stay up late. No, not stay. I will stay up late. I'm going to get up late and chill out. Spend some time with the missus, do some nice things. Well, spend all day Saturday with her. Now I'm waffling. Let me get these grills on. I'll come back, show you that, and that's it. I've cleaned them with my special mix. Don't forget the special mix. Just let them dry off. Just going to have a rub down. They don't look too bad at the minute, but they are marked up a bit compared to the radiator. So let me get this sprayed up. I'll show you how to put them on. So they're painted up really nice. So you put your grill on top. Slightly bent this out of shape, but hey ho. And make sure that's on the top like that. You get this. What you have to do is, try and do it with one hand, is down at the bottom there, has to go that side of the collar, push down slightly. It's a bit fiddly. It is one hand as well. That's it. So they're clicked in like that, then all you do is push down like this. If you can see, this collar here just goes behind that flange there. So like that, and they click into place. So all in all, it's been a good week. Very good week, very productive. Amazing what you can get done when you think what this bedroom looked like before. You know, I forget that. I forget what it looked like before because I kind of see past it and I just get everything stripped off, you get your wallpaper on. And if you remember how bad these walls were, these walls were really bad. But just for a bit of graft, a bit of sanding, bit of filling, bit of sanding, bit of filling, bit of painting, bit of sanding, bit of filling, I know it sounds monotonous, but when you get a result like we have, I mean, it's good. The ceiling's really good. Sprayed that fan, that's really good. So, you know, the results, they're what motivate me on. At the end of the week, I can look and think, oh, great job. Radiator looks brand new. Wallpaper looks great. Got my socket in. Got my socket in down there, and I've got my TV area box. I renewed that because the box was horrific and it just wasn't getting any way back from that. It was just battered. The doors. You saw how bad the doors were. Look, like I said to you before, it's never going to look like a new build. Your renovations aren't, unless you spend a fortune. I could have spent 350 quid to replace all the doors with new doors. I'd then have to hang them, I'd then have to paint them and put new furniture on. So probably looking around the 400 mark. What's it cost me? It's cost me some handles, some gloss and some undercoat, and a bit of carpentry work on the hinges. But the good solid doors, they're not the hollow crap ones, they're the good solid ones. So to me, I quite like them. You know, they've got a bit of character, haven't they? They look better than the hollow ones. And I think they look pretty good. Done the woodwork. I mean, if you wanted to, you could replace all the architraves. I mean, I might have to do downstairs because some of them are bad. But on the whole, you know, it's not a new build, it's a 70-year-old house. But I think when we're finished, it's going to look nice, it's going to look clean, it's going to look well done. I've sold houses before when I've done this and they've come in and said there's absolutely nothing to do, it's brilliant. And that sells your house, believe me, that sells your house. Because anybody who's anything about it can walk in and go, oh, that needs doing, and that needs painting. I always do them neutral, in white, bit of wallpaper. Because people want neutral, they can come in and they can see their vision. Well, I'll have this room cream or whatever colours they go for now. It's easy and it's cheaper to just blast it with white emulsion. But I think we've got a nice, clean, bright room, got a nice window, that'll look nice when it's dressed, and we will have some vertical blinds in there. So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling and I'm going to go enjoy my weekend. It's been a great week, tough week, had some graft on, but it cost a lot. I'm looking forward to getting this bedroom finished. I'll then pretty much empty everything out of there into here. You don't want stuff in your room while you're doing it. It's difficult in here because there's a double bed and everything. All I've got in there is my clothes on rails, a bit of an office desk. There won't be a lot in there. And I should be able to put it in here somewhere while I'm doing that room. So we'll get all the wallpaper stripped off, see what we've got to deal with. I haven't really looked at the room. I like to take it as it comes, to be fair. I don't think it's up to much. The roof's not up to much. Can you see when it's painted, they've missed all the paint on the ceiling there. There's all screws hanging out. There's all sorts of divots. So we've got some work on there. We've got to strip this off and see what's behind it. It does feel a bit lumpy under it. That wall is just wallpaper, is it? Yeah, it's just got that embossed wallpaper on like before. So we'll strip all that off. Got a bit of another rafter feature here. I don't know why. I don't know if they calculated it wrong when they did the roof, but why the rafters come in, I'll never know. Maybe somebody else can tell me. But it's a small room, innit? Not take as long to blast this ever. I probably will have a wallpapered wall. It might be that one, or I might lining paper it and paint it like a grey or something like that. Something a bit different, just so all the rooms look the same. I think I'll just get another wallpaper for that wall. So I think that wall would be better than that one. So we'll see how it goes. So thanks for tuning in and following me this week. If it is your first time around here, click that subscribe button, click the like and share it.